Okay, we wanted to do some updates on what's going on. Now, one of the things that I'm following is how many times we're getting involved with manifesting our worst fears. So, for example, up here, I'm manifesting a chemtrail, and up there was another chemtrail. Some people call them contrails, but I've seen enough of these to know that some planes don't give these big clouds, and other ones do. And this one was immediately brought to my attention. I just went for a walk, and the rest of the sky is beautiful and blue. And there's been planes flying over all day. There's the moon. But over here, I just saw this plane come by with the chemtrail. So, you mean, I know there are planes that constantly fly over my place where I am right now, and they're not leaving chemtrails. So, we're manifesting chemtrails. Is that your worst fear? I consider it a fear because the talk about chemtrails is they're full of poisons. All kinds of things. You can look them up if you're interested. And it is manifesting in my reality. So it's somewhere in consciousness, and it's a consciousness that I'm connected to. Is it my fear that's manifesting the chemtrailing? It's not my fear. I'm not afraid of these things. I don't like them, but I'm not afraid of them. I don't mind talking about them. I encourage others to go for a walk and look and question what they see. Someone wants to know, how do I manage knowing that these negativities are manifested in the reality that I'm in? The answer is, I'm not going to be able to do anything about them on a physical plane. Which is, where I'm walking right now. See, it's very pretty. This is a golf course. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. So, this is beautiful. And when I think about all the horrible things that keep being shown to us, either on television or, the chemtrails I just showed you, what I mostly do is I acknowledge that it's there. I do talk about it, and most of the time it feels a lot like I'm acting, because I'm really not concerned about it. Or am I? I'm not happy about it. I don't like all this shit in the air. I don't like all the horrible news. Maybe it's not real for me because I can't go to places all around the world where the news is coming from. But right here where I am, I see chemtrails and I hear horrible stories about crime in my town, but I don't see any crime right here. This is beautiful. So I guess it's living in a mixed bag of events, and as I said, acknowledging the horrible nightmare of it all, and also acknowledging the beautiful things that are here. We have an incredible, diverse world. How do we deal with the chemtrailing if I can't do anything here with my physical body? Mostly it's going to be a matter of the evil things are going to self-destruct. A house divided cannot stand is an old biblical quote, and it means if you're divided into us and them, and these people are the ones that are doing all of this shitty stuff, are all about themselves, and all the rest of us, they don't care about us. They want to enslave us, and then when they finally figure out, and they've already have, that they don't want us, they're going to try to kill us with all kinds of technological ways, biochemical ways, electronic ways, particle beam weapons and fires. Some people say it's going to be through things like the 5G internet, smart cities, vaccines, poison in your food or low quality in your food. All of these things. And how do I take them all? I don't worry about it. I don't like it because it causes a lot of, I don't know, I don't like my sky polluted with chemtrails. How about vaccines? I didn't get a flu shot this year. Medications, I'm still taking some medications. Why do you take medications? I take medications primarily because of people who I live with who don't believe that you can heal yourself. And it would cause great difficulty for me to abandon medications living with people who firmly believe in medications. Why don't I leave? Well, this is another problem. Things on this planet have got so expensive that I can't live on my own by myself. So I have to do what I have to do. So the medications I take, do they help me? I don't believe they do. I believe it's a big scam by big pharmaceutical companies and the doctor industry. And I'm also waiting for this particular body to evolve to where it doesn't need a lot of the stuff that you have to buy at pharmacies and grocery stores. In other words, I'm waiting for instant manifestation of whatever this body needs. I say it that way because the body is often felt by most people to be what they are. I am the body. And I don't feel that's true. I feel like I'm associated with this body, my consciousness, and the body does what it does, and I'm given to talk through it. So what am I? I'm a voice. And the person that's riding around with this body is very quiet, the silent observer. I'm not the silent observer. I'm a voice. It's like a different item. Where does the voice come from? The voice is voicing consciousness. The silent witness is witnessing consciousness. The body is a manifestation in consciousness. Everything we see here that we always say this is the physical world, it is not the physical world. We're brainwashed to think this is a physical world because to the body it acts physical, but it is all consciousness. Why do we keep insisting on it being consciousness and not dead physical matter? Because science says so. If you think this is physical matter, you're stuck in the 1700s with Isaac Newton and Newtonian physics. It is ancient, old, and wrong. We have been through quantum physics 100 years ago. It was all talked about. And then we have other oddball things like string theories that I can't understand. So I'm not a big fan of string theories because I can't understand it. And the quantum physics, I don't really get it either, but at least it tells us the best minds have shown us that Newtonian physics is a very simplified model for doing calculations like distance, speed, and time of so-called physical bodies in motion. But this is very primitive, and in physics class they showed us that the physical equations, Newtonian equations, are like a subset of the greater physics. So you can connect up Newtonian physics to E equals mc squared, for example. It's all connected, but it does tend to brainwash us to believe that this is physical, and it ain't. How are you going to really learn this for yourself? Well, as I always say, you have to meditate an awful lot. You probably should have some good meditation books. I don't know about any good videos. I wouldn't go with videos. I think you need a good meditation book. And the best meditation book, I don't know if there is one. So I would recommend you selecting a number of meditation books to get a general idea of what meditation teachers are trying to get you to do. And a lot of it is bullshit. So how are you going to figure out what is good meditation information and what is a pile of crap? I always say you got to try it out for yourself and see what you get. And if some things don't work out, don't get worried that you did it wrong. It just means it's bullshit. 50% of the stuff that's on the internet is lies, just so you know. And as far as books go, I would go with probably even more than 50% of the information in books is lies. Fiction, and no one really minds if it's fiction, marked fiction, but when it's marked as non-fiction and it's lies, then we have a big problem. Who decides whether something is fiction or non-fiction? I suppose it's the author and the publisher. And why do they mark it fiction or non-fiction? Primarily to get more sales. In the end, it's about getting your product out there. And however you're going to do it, it's a marketing campaign. Thank you for watching. I'm Harry Weaver.